Hi guys, how you doing? I am Dr. Shinklestein, aka First Toothless World, and we're going to be doing a short little review of the Nintendo Switch 2 after me having it for about 12 days. Previous video I did an unboxing, so we just want to do like a little catch-up review. And what was there? There's not much really to say about it. It's a fantastic console, you know. I did also forget to mention our videos are never sponsored by anyone, never will be. We don't endorse products, and we never will. And all our videos are unedited, so they're posted exactly how they are filmed. Now, usually when I do a review, and I do a review of some products for the Nintendo Switch 2, which I'm going to be doing now, or other products, I've gone out and bought those products. But for the first time, I've been sent some for free. I was invited to join the Amazon Vine program, where you get to test products and do it and give reviews and leave them for free. Now, start up with a silver membership, and you can request 3 items a day, and those items have to be valued no more than £82 each, I believe. And then if you get upgraded to the gold membership for getting enough products sent to you for free to test out, to review and keep, you will move up to the gold tier. And with the gold tier you get up to 8 products a day, and there's no limit to how dear the product is, but you do have to have the products available that you would like, and they do have over 10,000 items on there, but the majority of them I wouldn't want personally, but other people would. And thankfully they had some Nintendo Switch 2 accessories, so we'll have a look at them, we'll review them, and we'll test them out and see what they're like. So the first one is an absolute must for people with these things, and it's a screen protector. This is by ORT, and it's a diamond glass screen protector. It says 12 FT for MIL-STD protection, 0.33mm sensitive touch, anti-fingerprint coating tech, and 2D edge fitness. And on the back it says our warranty. Get a 1-year warranty for each product. Gives you the email address for their website. Our customer service centre is always here to help. We try our best to build the best gaming accessories for players. It says package list: 1 auto alignment kits, 3 tempered glass, 3 screen cleaning kits, and 1 silicone scraper card. And it says SGS test item: shatterproof, falling ball impact, anti-fingerprint, contact angle, anti-scratch, 9H pencil hardness scratch, and material safety -EU RoHS. Now, to claim the shatterproof, the anti-fingerprint and anti-scratch test, they must have tested them. But there it is on the back. So if we open it, what you get is you get this little envelope. That's the first thing, and in the envelope you do get 2 of these, but I've already put one on my Nintendo Switch, so there's only 1 in here left, but you do get 2. And as you can see, there's 2 insulation auxiliary tools, which is a wet wipe, a cleaning cloth, and one of them dust removers. So you get 1 for each, you get 3, but because I've used 1 already, I've already got 1. So there's the cleaning cloth I decided to keep hold of. There's the tool, which is pretty good. And of course, here it is. Oops. That's just nothing, it just sits in the packaging. And here is the screen protector, and you just simply put it on, pull it out, press and slide bit down there usually, but I like to go down there as well, and it starts to absorb it all. Take it off, pull the top off, and away you go. You know. And they're quite simple to, the other ones are quite simple to fit in because it's got little blibs, and you just fit them in the little blib holes to there. And there's two there, so there's those two, and then you know you've got the next screen protector in place. So, but you can do the other type of screen protectors, but I find these are much easier to fit, these tight ones, and it's fit the Nintendo Switch 2 really well. I will give you, just put these ones back in the box and I will show you that. But there is a couple of marks. It was my fault, but I'm not too worried. So got a lovely anti-glare, and you can't really tell. Up there you've got a little blib and a tiny little dot there. However, they're in the black band of the console. You've got the screen, you've got like a little black band around it. So I'm not too worried by that. It doesn't distract you. It's absolutely fine. I'm not pulling it off to put another one on just for the sake of that. If it was bubbles all over the screen, then I would, but I'm not too worried about that tiny little blip there. And I'm not the best at putting screen protectors on, so I think I've done pretty well. Now, the second product I got was a protected cover case for Nintendo for Switch 2 with thumb grips. Now these are pretty interesting. However, they're not all they seem with some of them. But let's take out the packaging and let's have a look. So the first thing you get are these thumb grips for the Switch 2. You get two black, one of the orangey reddy colour and one of the blue. And they'll go over the thumbsticks pretty nicely and protect it. We put it all out. You then get these. It's like a hard plasticky clear shell with supposed to be perfect cutouts for the Joy-Con controller, and that's for the back of the Joy-Con. And it's supposed to sit, so that's the right one. That's for the left one. And then you've got this, it sits on the top, obviously when you peel it off, and goes over the back. Now, it feels plasticky and then it feels a bit thinny there, but harder at the top, but it's okay, it'll be fine for what it needs to be. I was looking at getting one of these, but the problem with them was a lot of them didn't allow the cutout here for the kickstand. This one does. So some of them you have to take the back of it off for the kickstand to open up, but this one looks like you don't have to. And the other bit is a lot of them are not dockable, so you put it in the dock and it won't fit. This one is supposed to be dockable, so let's go ahead and fit it and let's try and find out how it fits and feels. Let's take the right one off. So that should fit in there like so. It just fits in. Let's peel the bottom of it off. Let's peel that plastic off. That's supposed to go over the top, snap into place. That's not all snapped in yet. That is now. They haven't done a bad job. The D-pad looks like it's dead centre. The home button and the C button looks just a little bit over to the left, so they could have made it a little bit more central, but you can get to the buttons quite easily. Now let's do the left Joy-Con. Snap, put that into place, and then we'll undo this one, take the wrapping off, put that in, snap it into place, snap it into place at the top. Yeah, again, that looks great. Problem is, as you can see, it's not a problem, that is more central, but I've got a bit of dirt under it. So how do you unsnap it? Yeah, that's going to be fun. I've unsnapped it there. Yeah, it's going to be not very easy. But I might be able to blow that bit of dirt off. No. So have I got a tool? I've got a prying tool. Will that work? Yeah, once it's snapped in, it's a right pain to get open. And I don't really want to break it. So let's see if I can get the tool and get the dirt out. Nope. You are a pig. What else have I must have something I can use. So we got the dirt to there. Can we just get it off from the underneath? We can virtually. So there we go, we got the dirt off, so we can snap that back into place and it's fine now. And I say that, now a little bit dirty there on the plastic. There we go. So a little bit of improvising and it's actually all okay. That one's dead central. Now this is going to be the fun bit, unwrapping this, because this is nicely stuck. Is it stuck to it? So yeah, this bit feels very, very flimsy, but I imagine it'll be fine. So that just goes over the top like so. Yeah, that's actually all right. It's covered all the buttons on the top perfectly, on the back, on the bottom, and now as you can see, you can get to the kickstand, which is good. So let's put the Joy-Con on. and then put that Joy-Con on. The good thing about these protectors are that they supposed to give a bit of extra protection. And I've got to say, it might be silver clear at the back, but transparent clear at the back, but you can get to every single button. You can get to the releases easy. You've got all the buttons here. You can easily lift the game card slot up. This is a well-made one. I have to say, this is quite nice. So, let's now see if it is actually dockable. Alexa, TV on.
Okay.
So I'm just going to turn the camera around as a test. Alexa, switch to satellite.
Okay.
Don't worry, that's just my game stick. This should dock. Oh. Now let's turn that on. And it does. Does dock. It is dockable. Excuse me one moment. Just press. Yeah, it will switch off because I haven't pressed the house. So. And there we go. As you can see, it is dockable. Alexa, TV off. So, that is interesting though. It's a bit tighter to get off. So I just want to try that once more. Let's just plonk that back in with the TV off. There it is, and then... Oh, that didn't sound healthy. So, overall it is tighter to get on. It sits in a dock a bit tighter, so it might be worth just testing a little something now. Let's take the back case off and then put it in the dock. Would it fit okay then? Yeah. So it is dockable, it will fit in the dock, it's just a bit tighter to put in and to get off. However, it might the back screen's so easy to take off. It might be a case of just take it off when you put it in the dock. When you're finished, put it back on. You know, because it does protect it here. It really does. Now, as I say, it also comes with the thumbstick grips. Now, you do get the 4. You get the orangey, reddy and the pinky colour and the bluey colour. So let's take this off and let's try and fit them. So they're proving to be a bit of a pig to get on, but they do go. As you can see, they go, and it just makes it a nice look. It'll give it a bit of colour. So that one's on. Let's now do the blue one. Ooh. And there's a blue one on. Let's connect that back up. Yeah, I mean, under the thumbstick, as you know, on the switch you've got the little colour of the orangey bluey and the bluey anyway. But yeah, and obviously these have got like a little orangey bluey strip round the edge, and that is on both. So from behind you will also see like a little orangey strip down it. Now a lot of these people are giving these cases 1 star. Now, because they say they're not dockable. Now this one is dockable, but it's tighter to get in the dock, so it sits in there tighter. So I would think it would be better to take it out the dock when you're using the dock, so it's on the TV, and it would be better to use it when it's a bit. Don't have to worry about the thumbstick grips, because they are pigs to get off, but it will protect them. But this back case here is it's literally just a case of unsnap, unsnap, off it comes. Put it in the dock, and then that's it, done, for when you want to use it when you're out and about. Yeah. Now these black thumbstick grips, I wonder if they will fit on the Pro Remote thumbsticks and give that a bit of protection, added protection as well. They do. a bit of a pain to get on, as I say, because you have to stretch them. And the thumbsticks, they like to move around when you're trying to put them on. But once you've got them on, they actually look rather neat. So that's the black one. So, yeah, so they're dead handy. So that's what was in that box. Quite a good product. I wouldn't say I'd give it 5-star. I'd certainly give the screen protectors 5-star. That I would say probably 4-star because it hasn't got a front cover and it doesn't come with a screen protector. Some of them come with screen protectors, and because it's a bit tighter in the dock to put it in, and so it's tight when it comes out. But in terms of protecting it for handheld wise, definitely 5-star. But overall I'd give it a 4-star, mainly because of the docking issue, as I say. But and then it's not really an issue really, but it's just a bit tight, and then you want that little bit of movement in there. So it's easier to take off to put in the dong, and it's easier to put back on when you connect the when you use it handheld. Now, and the way they've used cut out perfectly for your kickstand. A lot of them there's no cut out for it, so you have to take it off to use the kickstand. This one you do. And again, yeah, very, very good. It's great that there's a bit of protection on them. And then the third and final item I've got was this. And again, if you're travelling, this is a must-have. This is a hard shell case for it. A reddish sort of zip round the side there. Feels a bit rubbery on the top there with the handle, which is fine. Zip covers feel a bit rubbery. Now, before we open it, it's important for me to say it's not the one that I wanted. The one I was going to buy, I was hoping had the it was on the Amazon Vine thing, but it's not. But this one will do just the job, and I probably will buy the other one eventually, but for now this will certainly do the job. So let's open it and let's have a look. Okay, so you've got your mesh zipper at the top there, and that's quite good quality mesh. You can fit your charging cable, your plug socket, you know, your wall outlet plug, wall socket plug. You can put your charger on. You can get a couple of spare Joy-Cons in there. This has room for through the bottom. Let's get rid of that deodorizer. Yeah, now this has room for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cartridges. The one I would like has got room for 24 cartridges, so it's a bit deeper. And it has just mesh down there, but it has spaces for two separate spaces for Joy-Cons that fits in, and there's a separate space for your plug adapter, which is fantastic. But as I say, this one's going to do for now. And then it's got these little hookers, these. So let's see if it does actually fit. It does. As you can see. Now it's a bit tighter to get in with the case on and the Joy-Con protectors. But what I like about it is this: you could do that, and then you just got a little flap here, and you just pull it. and it pulls your switch up for you. Let's try it without the back case on it, that protector case. So yeah, it doesn't make any difference, it's still tighter to get on, which is good that it's in there nice and tight, because it's not going to move. Oops. I'll figure out about that in a moment. So if I do it from top to the bottom, and then yeah, that's just catching a little bit for me. So let's just try it once more, because I want to do a little test. So again, let's do it up, and then let's give it a yeah, it's definitely protected. You know, the thing I don't like about the official Nintendo Switch 2 case is that it's not really hard shut, so you can squeeze through and you can actually squeeze the buttons. Now let's do that experiment over. That was a bit better. So when it's in its case, when you use it handheld, as I say, if you were interested in these protective cases, they are good, they will work. They will work, and the buttons are perfect. You can get to all the buttons. As you can see, it is lovely. It's got a lovely reflective on the screen protector there. It is nice. Feels nice to hold. The back of the bits feel really lovely to hold. You can still get to all four of your Joy-Con. You can still get to your plus, your minus, your A, B, X, Y, your D-pads, your camera button, your home button, and your other online camera button. So now let's put it back in the case. Okay, I wonder if that snaps off now. No. That's good, I've got that sorted. Yeah. Even though it's not the official case I wanted, because there's meshes, it's all different at the top, and I will get that one for £19.99, but for free, you can't complain. So what I'm going to say so really the case for me is a 5-star review. It's a lovely 5-star case there for in my opinion. So the amount of, it's only got space for 9 game cards. That doesn't bother me because most of my games are usually downloaded anyway, and I normally like to keep the games cartridges in their cases, like I do with the PS5 games and the Xbox Series X games. I like to keep the discs in their cases. So, but it's nice to have 24, but what I like about the 24 is it's 2 of these, so it's like a double bit of protection over the top of the screen, even further. And then obviously this mesh isn't here because there's a mesh down there, space for your plug there, and then space to put 2 extra Joy-Cons in. But yeah, overall, that's a very, very nice case. Very nice case. So my first ever products ordered and sent for free, I've been impressed with. Really, really impressed with. I mean, if I had to rate them, and I will have to do a review of them, 5-star review of the case, absolutely. 5-star review of the screen protectors. You know, as I say, with the screen protector, mine just had that little blib, tiny little dot there which you can't really see, and then just that tiny little blib there which you can, but it's across the and you can take that tiny little blib out, but it just comes back, and I'm not going to spend all that time. It could be a waste of time, but with it being in the black band at the top of the screen, it doesn't affect the gameplay, so you're not going to see any bubbles in the screen or that when you play. It's all out, and simple process to fit, much easier than the ones you just take out and you just fit in place. So overall, so it has to be a 5-star review for that, no question. So yeah, got a dirty screen from the screen protector, but that's inevitable, that will happen. 3 really good cases, as I say, the screen, the actual protector case itself. The thumbstick, the Joy-Cons on the back are fantastic. Extremely tough to separate once you snap them back in place. They will come out, but it's not something I'm going to want to do often because it is protected. But it's just extremely tough. And then the back case, lovely, especially with the room for the snap screen, for the not snap screen, kickstand. Just wish it had a front cover with it as well. It covered the whole of it, but doesn't matter. I've got separate screen protector, so it's protected. And yeah, a real good set of products there. I do recommend products like this. I will always recommend a case, especially if you're handy and you go away on holiday or you're on a car trip somewhere. Always put it in a case, and it's better to have a hard shell case than a soft shell case. And then the official Switch 2 one, I wouldn't say it's full on soft case, but it's certainly not a hard case, so you can push it through, so that I wouldn't recommend, but this I certainly would. It doesn't have to be this particular one, it can be any hard case ones. Again, screen protectors, again, it's essential for something like that. It doesn't have to be this particular one. You can get other ones that are like that. You just slide it. You can just get other ones you can just peel off and stick on. Has to be the ones that you want to get. But they are essential. Absolutely they are. And then in a way, I kind of recommend this because the protection for the Joy-Cons is fantastic, even though it's a pig. And tough, with it being tough to get out, to open up once you connect it back up, but they will open. They're just extremely tough. Not everyone comes with a thumbstick, with a thumb grip covers, protectors, and I like the fact that this one does. And not everyone with the back cover is dockable. This one is, but it's just tighter to get in, so it will work, but it's just tough, a lot tight in there. So I would, if you get one of them, I would recommend taking the back cover off and then docking it and then putting the back cover on while you're using it. Especially with the with a cutout for the kickstand, where some of them don't have. So if you do decide to get one of these, look for one. It doesn't have to be dockable, as I say, you can pop it out, but you want one that's got a cutout for the kickstand, like this one does, as you can see. See the cutout for it there, and you certainly want it with the Joy-Con bits, and if you can get the thumbsticks, great. And the fact that it came with 4, So 2 of the coloured ones, and I've made it a bit more colourful for mine, as you can see, because it's like the bluey green, not bluey green, the reddy orange underneath, and you can see that with a normal thumbstick under the black, and obviously the bluey underneath, which you can see underneath. But over the top, I just think it's just rather nice. Rather nice indeed, just puts a bit of colour on it. And then the spare 2 black ones, if you've got a Pro Controller, stick them on your Pro Controller, because they'll fit and they'll protect that as well. But for my first Amazon Vine set of products for free, I'm very happy with. Now, because I've done my tomorrow I will be ordering on there a one of the Joy-Con. You connect the 4 Joy-Con and it will charge a dock in for the, but this is like a little domey bit like that, and it lights up in the middle, so you can make it different colours. Yeah. So. And I'm looking forward to getting that, because not that I'll use it often, but it's nice to have it, so that if you do need it, it's there. And I'll look at if there's anything else I want to get, not necessarily for the Switch, but any other Amazon products from Amazon for the I wait for the recommended items to update and see what they recommend to me and see if it's worth it or not. But as I say, a lot of the items on there you're not going to want, because you might get cable ties and things. But if you need some cable ties and you're in the Amazon Vine program, take advantage of it. Especially as they'll send you on for free, and all you've got to do is have a good look over, a good test out of them, and leave a review through your Amazon Vine thing, or publish your review, and there we go. So this was about $18.99, I think. Would have been. This would have been, I think it was $13.99, and this would have been $16.99. So 18.98, 26, 34, 35.98, 45, 40. So for that £49.97's worth of stuff for free I got there. And then I'm going to get the other Joy-Con thing, charging dock, which is another £17.99, so 48.97, 50, 60, £66.96, and I've got some great accessories here. But anyway guys, let me know what you think in the comments of these accessories, if you're going to get any of them. If you've got any questions, obviously again leave it in the comments, and I will respond to every comment. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we will see you in the next video. Bye for now, and take care guys.